Greetings, friends. How you guys doing tonight? I don't even have a second camera rolling, but this one was kind of standing up, and I thought, which one am I supposed to be looking at right now? So it's been an interesting day. My day started very rough. Nothing crazy, mind you. However, um, I had spent about 4+ hours on getting the six-part series with Nick and Chris up. Or at least getting them, trimmed down, edited, so they're not too bulky or whatever. Well, I woke up this morning. I was going to do an intro or an outro to it so that I could upload it today or tomorrow or whenever I decided to upload it. And there was no audio. Like, the tracks were there. They weren't producing any sound, though. I actually had to figure it out completely on my own. I went to Google, I went to YouTube, I checked tons of places. Lots of great ideas that people have out there to try things out, but none of them worked. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. I was like, I'm gonna have to just do the whole video and just cut it and don't worry about editing. There wasn't a lot of things that I cut out, like, for reasons that I felt needed to be cut out. Most of it was just selective choices and trimming down. Whoa. So, as you guys know, I've talked about working, or I'd really like to work for a company like IGN. Well, the four guys over at Kinda Funny, or at Kinda Funny Games now, quit their jobs. I guess they gave it was applicable. I can't remember what the term is, but they both agreed on good terms, and they left on good terms, and they're still going back to do some freelance stuff. But I thought it was really interesting because I've been trying to get a host producer position over there, which I'm not qualified for, but I think if I can do this, I can probably do that. Plus, I can do a lot of the background stuff that I've learned. So, I feel like I have an in. Like, I do have maybe not 5 to 10 years of hardcore experience, but, like, I've crammed a lot into a year in learning software and lighting and color and, whatever and whatnot. And not everything's perfect, but if you go back and watch those first few videos, it's come a long way. It really has, my friends. So what I want to talk about, this was inspiring to me today. The reason why I'm talking about this is because that means 4 positions that I think I'm semi-qualified for just opened up in San Francisco. But I think I could do them. Whether they think I could do them without the experience is a whole other story altogether. I've had this terrible canker sore and it's driving me crazy. Anywho, that inspired me to think about, for the first time really, what I want to do after the road to 40 is over. Because it's very soon, my friends. We're not going to be together this way much longer. I mean, we're already 5 days into January, so that's 28 and 26, 54 days. We've already put out 251 episodes. Right now, the one that we just did is a 6-parter. I mean, there's a lot of footage over the year. I really enjoyed doing it, and as I get closer and closer, I'm getting a little concerned. I feel like this was and is still so therapeutic. Plus, it's teaching me a lot. It's teaching me to talk to a camera, which I've never really done before in my life. And it's not acting, because this is me. So at least I have that comfort factor. I feel like I could kind of walk into things. So here are 6 or 7 ideas that I had. A few of them I've already talked about. I won't go over in great detail, but I wanted to make a video tonight because I had something to talk about, and I had a reason to sit behind this desk here and not have to edit thousands of hours of footage, or not thousands of hours of footage. This monitor keeps shutting off randomly, and it's starting to freak me out because it's my 27-inch, and I can't afford to lose that. Or 24. Well, I guess I could get a 27-inch or something. Anywho. I talked briefly about this the other night. My first idea was visiting and touring abandoned buildings anywhere within 50 to 100 miles of here. Taking a day and probably a film crew out there. I know a few guys around town now, just working with somebody who is very close into the movie industry. Or a lot of independent music movie. Well, not even independent. He's doing stuff for AMC and stuff, so good for him. I want to make this a fun experience because I think if people are like me, and I'm sure there's got to be other people out there, I love visiting and exploring abandoned places, especially places that are still kind of intact. Like it hasn't been, 100 years or 50 years. It's only been maybe 10 years, and there's still a stapler sitting in there. And you sit there and you wonder to yourself, you're like, do people come in here and sleep at night? I mean, if they do, why haven't they tried to sell that stapler? I don't know. But I'd like to give my perspective on it, too. I think I've got a good, you know, opinion on the matter that I think is worth hearing, just in situations like that. I remember when I was a kid, my friends Scott and Larry and I, there was an apartment building that got abandoned, and we would go in it all the time. Not abandoned, but I think it just got foreclosed on. They never resold it. So we used to go, and it'd be just shit in all the apartments, and like it was so cool. Like a lot of it had been gone, had been looted or stolen or whatever, but it was almost like a museum to me. Like, why did the people that leave choose to leave these things if they could take things with them, or why are these things still here? I remember once we were in there and we heard people come in, and I think it was the cops looking for a few bums or something like that had started a fire in there the night before. So I can't remember. Anywho, if I'm not mistaken, because this is going back 20 years, easily 20 years, we got out, the other people got caught, and we came around the building with our bikes or something just to like look over to see what was going on. Or I could be thinking that all wrong, and it was actually we just heard somebody, we ran out. I can't remember. But that little neighborhood crew, me and Scott and Larry, we used to hang out all the time, and it was just a fun little neighborhood. So abandoned places are my thing. I really think they're cool, and I feel alive when I'm alone or with another person or two in like an abandoned place like that. And older stuff is cool too, but I prefer something that still has some living history, I guess. I don't know. Okay, Nick has an idea. Him and his friend want to get together and do a show about overanalyzing pop culture things, video games, TV, books, whatever it may be. I think it's a great idea, so I'm on board. That's almost a given. We were thinking about doing that once or twice a month. Obviously, a lot of this stuff is going to get broken down to once a week, once every other day, something like that. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But so I think a great name for that. And if you're watching, Nick, what do you think about Overanalyze It? I don't know. Then, of course, there's the vodcast. This one I talked about way back about doing it anyway. But it's evolved in my head. I have a friend that brews beers. I have a friend that's, two friends that brew beers. Anywho, I was thinking about doing an alcohol show where we try to compare really expensive bottles that we all maybe go in on or something like that with the cheap knockoff version. I've mentioned this so many times, I'm not going to go any deeper into it, but that would be the vodcast, or it could just be people sitting around drinking vodka and just getting wasted. Is he high? I was thinking that'd be a cool show to do about my crazy theories and try to follow up on them and actually research them and try to track people down, interview people, do what I could to prove or disprove the crazy shit that I believe and see if it's real or not. I'm talking about political, kind of Alex Jonesy type stuff, but without the realistic kind of approach to it. Like, because he's a little too far gone for me. He flip-flops like a crazy person, too. No, maybe not. Maybe I'm not. I shouldn't overanalyze him. Who the hell am I? Like I said about Kevin Smith, who am I? I may not have liked Tusk after the first, half hour, but who am I to judge? Anywho, what's on the menu? What I was thinking about doing with that and expanding that is maybe once or twice a month, cooking a meal with either Carol or if some people want to come over and cook or something like that. And also go visit local restaurants and do kind of a video review, if I can find enough that'll let me in with a camera. That's the whole thing. So what's on the menu tonight might turn out to be something else, bigger than I ever expected it to be, if I go that route. I really don't know. I want your input. Everybody who watches this, please comment below. Tell me what you'd like to see after the Road to 40 is over. I've got a few more here that I want to talk about, and then I'll let you guys go for the night. From the Harvard Yard. I was thinking about doing a drawing show, actually getting a nice setup with either a GoPro or something like perfect for just easily mounting over it. Some new lights, And I really am considering. I have to get a new guitar because I sold my Les Paul because we need money for bills, and so I'm thinking I need a new guitar. But if I could get away with not getting a guitar and maybe get a nice camera, DSLR, a Canon or something like that, Nikon, I'd be thrilled. I'd be really happy because you can buy those nice mounts for doing stuff like that and just get some nice lights and draw and talk and have a few drinks together. What say you, folks? And the last one. Now, this may just be the all-encompassing umbrella everything falls under because I still like the title The Road to 40. So what I was thinking about doing is just dropping the to 40 and just saying the road because this is my road. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, that Cormac McCarthy book and eventually a movie came out, and so I don't want any copyright infringement issues going on. I think you can do stuff like that either way, though. But nonetheless, this is my road. Beyond the road to 40, still going to be, aging. Unfortunately, I can't get away without the non-aging. I'm starting to like this really dark background. Ooh, those colors may be a little much. I was playing with the pre-colors and kind of make them a little bit richer because it looked like I was a ghost for some reason. I don't think it worked, though. Oh, can I just do that on the road? Just randomly smack myself? I don't know. If you guys got an idea of what you'd like me to talk about or do or film or document or whatever after this is done, I believe that's the next progression in my step to becoming me a little bit more. I still draw. I still hang out with my kids and play games and video games, and I still like to take walks in the woods, and I really like recording and editing and producing and acting and entertaining, I guess. I don't know. As entertaining as this gets, folks. Let me just tell you. Hey, Dr. Carl, how you doing tonight? I'm doing pretty good, Mr. Oliver. How about you? I'm doing fine. Maybe we'll have... I would like to do more interactive shows, too. I'm sure... When I talk about doing something new, I'm not talking about giving up this entirely either. I certainly intend on sitting down and talking at least once a week, if not like 3 nights a week. But I just need to cut back so that I can spend a little bit of time on post-production too. A little bit more time, rather. Because right now I feel like I'm doing something every day. And I'm loving it. I love doing that. And I want a job doing that. Either doing this or this or this. You know what I mean? Any aspect of this whole process. I would love to work in that field. But I'm not proficient in all of them, but I definitely have some skill in all of them, I think. Or I have the ability to become really good at this. Talk about patting yourself on the back, huh? Anywho, thank you guys for always coming back. If you're loving watching these as much as I'm loving making them, please subscribe. And pass them along to anybody who you might know who might like watching them as much as I like making them. If you liked it, press the old like button down there. If you'd like me to talk about something on the show before this road's over, like I said, we got 54 days left together, folks. 54. The countdown begins at 50. I'll start putting it up at the corner or something. Feel free to follow me on any of the social media. Wherever it is, it's at Jason. See, now I know. And knowing is half the battle. Don't forget to make somebody smile tomorrow. Make yourself a better person tomorrow than you were today. Let's make the world spin a little bit happier together. Let's sing and dance in the rain, my brothers and my sisters. Let's live life to the fullest and love every last moment of it. Because you don't know when that last moment's going to pop along and just drop a cap in your head or something. Make yourself a better person tomorrow than you were today tomorrow. Don't forget to make somebody smile. I mean it. I know I'm getting... Oh, there goes the screen again. I know I'm getting a little repetitive, but I'm gonna start stressing it more. I think we're all good at it at this point. Or at least we know we can view when it's a good target. Wow. Anywho, take care of yourselves. Take care of one another, and take care of those around you who can't take care of themselves. They need help. whether it be health, financial, whatever you can do to help a person. If they need help, I think you know. And I think you know what you can do, whatever it might be. You guys have a super duper night. I'll catch you guys a little bit further on down the road to 40. Good night.